This evening, call this 79th regular session to order. The invocation by Councilmember Kristen Elshire and the pledge to the flag. If you would all please stand and join us.
As we gather this evening, may we be ever mindful of the opportunities to render ourselves to fellow citizens and to our community, keeping in mind always the enduring values, the service of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which we build with confidence. Let us continue to strive to make this a better place.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Some quick announcements. We'll be operating under the rules of procedure adopted by this administration on December 20th, 2016. If you have a cell phone, please do what I'm doing. Mute it. Mute it. There we go. All correspondence for distribution to elected officials should be provided to the city clerk, and it should include a copy for the city clerk for inclusion in the official record. Meeting schedules in August are August 6th, 13th, and the 20th, or work sessions at 4 p.m. August 27th, we have a joint meeting with the county commissioners at 2 p.m. at the county admin building, and then a regular session at 7 p.m. We have, before we do anything else, we're gonna recognize our group that we have here with us this evening. Well, we're fortunate enough tonight to have the H-Town Elite basketball team with us this evening. They're the fifth grade East Coast national champions and the Premier One national basketball tournament. So that's really something to go all that way and do all those great things. And we appreciate you being here this evening. And I have some special recognition for each member. Can I get Coach Roscoe Dorsey and Coach Brandon Monroe to come up, please? All right. What I'm going to do is we're going to alternate back and forth. I'm going to call out an individual from the basketball team, have them come forward, and we'll recognize you, and I'll give this recognition to your coach, and your coach can hand it to you so proud parents can get a picture. Oh, it's not here. I picked the wrong one. All right. Okay, cool. All right, then the first one, the first one I was actually going to call was Jason Elkire. Sorry that he couldn't join us this evening. But I have Jameer Bird. Could you come forward, please? And I'm going to read one. Probably not because they're all the same. Okay. But it says special recognition, H-Town Elite Premier One National Basketball Tournament 5th grade East Coast National Champions. City of Hagerstown would like to recognize Jameer Bird, along with his H-Town Elite teammates and coaching staff, for winning the 5th grade East Coast National Championship in the Premier One National Basketball Tournament held June 28th to June 30th, 2019 at Spooky Nook Sports Complex in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Your collective hard work and dedication paid off, and we congratulate you on your well-deserved victory on the basketball court. I was a basketball player. No, I wasn't. Well, as you celebrate this wonderful accomplishment with family and friends, please accept our congratulations and our very best wishes for continued success. Thank you very much. Anybody want to get a picture of them with him real quick? Or you just want to do a big group picture afterwards? Okay, cool, that'll work. All right, this one is for Xavier Colbert. So you're the quiet one on the team, huh? Cool. Congratulations. Good job. Coach, hand that to me. Leah, let's get come back up here. Come on back up here. We're all just going to hang here, and then that way we'll all be up front. Aaron Conrad. Joey Dorsey. Coach's son. There you go. Tyquel Fauntleroy. Yeah. That should just call him Ty. Donnell Jeffries. Sean Mann. Look at them feet. He's going to be tall. Nazar Mitchell. Nazir. You know, I said that right earlier today. I did. Yeah. What'd you do, buddy? Oh, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good, aren't you? Yeah. Brandon Monroe Jr. Xavier Ori. Taquan Streeter. Jacob Tyler. Micah Williams. Apparently she didn't think of that. Coach Roscoe Dorsey. And Coach Brandon Monroe.
It was a long season. It didn't start off the way we wanted to. I'm sure all the parents know, all the players know. But we talked about how it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And in our last 5 tournaments, we were in 4 championships and came home with 2. So credit to these boys' hard work, putting up with us, yelling at them all year. Most of them are year-round players. So I'm just glad to see the success that we had this year and all the hard work.
Fellas, it started off rough, but by the end, we couldn't be more proud of you guys.
Coach. Yes. Definitely have that. Can we get all the guys up here and stand in front of the city seal, please? Tall ones in the back. We don't want him walking up any stairs. Did they at least let you ride up on the elevator? Good, good. I saw everybody else walk up the stairs, that's all I was asking. Y'all want to get a picture with them first? I'm gonna go by you know. All right, guys, come on, let's join the team. Shelley, you can stand up there on the end. I'm a tall one.
True.
Okay, everybody, look at this camera. Give me a good smile. 1, 2, 3. So let's do one more for safety. Evelyn, give me good smiles. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Wait, one more.
Another round of applause for you, gentlemen.
No.
What do you guys say?
Thank you, guys.
Keisha, thank you very much. Nice to meet you too.
They're boys. They're not gonna be quiet.
We're supporting our advocates. Most of the baseball team. That's great to see. See you, Keisha.
Thank you. Okay, under new business, we have the approval of a resolution establishing a Hagerstown Youth Advisory Council Partner Group Ad Hoc Committee.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move to the mayor and city council to rescind the resolution establishing a Hagerstown Youth Advisory Council Partner Group Ad Hoc Committee adopted on July 16, 2019, and approve an updated resolution increasing the number of members to 5. The goal of the partner group is to assist with the review of applications and serve as mentors and advisors to the Hagerstown Youth Advisory Council throughout the program year.
I would second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. All right, appointments, Hagerstown Youth Advisory Committee Partner Group, terms to expire July 30th, 2020. Peter Bickford, Linda Mercurio, Eric Rowland, Shanna Ruff, and Anthony Williams.
Mr. Mayor, I would move the following to be appointed to Hagerstown Youth Advisory Committee Partner Group, terms to expire July 30, 2020. Peter Bickford, Linda Mercurio, Eric Wallen, Shauna Ruff, and Anthony Williams.
Second.
Discussion? Well, I have something. I want to thank those individuals for volunteering their time for this ad hoc committee. I know that all are busy in their personal lives and professional lives, but willing to give of their time to make this a reality and to mentor these young individuals who will be appointed to the Hagerstown Youth Advisory Committee. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, we'll now have citizen comments. Everybody signed up?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Lisa Plaisance? Plaisance.
Yes.
All right. Sounds French.
Yes, Cajun. I want to say can you hear me? Is this working? Okay. Good evening, Mayor and council members, and I want to thank you for your time and your service to our city. I want to thank you for this opportunity to speak before you. And again, my name is Lisa Plaisance, and I'm a member of the Hagerstown Outreach Team Ministry at Hilltop Christian Fellowship in Clear Spring. There often comes times in history when the just actions of a few can change the course of a nation. I want to bring to your attention the equivalent of 2 school shootings per week in this city, and the equivalent of a 9/11 that occurs across our country each and every day. What I am referencing is the murder of our preborn neighbors at the Hagerstown Reproductive Services Clinic on West Washington Street. And if they are not considered our neighbors, it is only because of the manipulation of language and the failure to engage common sense and reasoning. And if they are our neighbors, we are failing as a city and a nation to give each individual the inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness as intended by the frameworkers of the Constitution of this great nation. We will also be held accountable to God for our apathy and indifference to the shedding of their innocent blood. We remember the saying, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing." And I ask that you please keep this on your hearts, and whenever you can, act and stand for justice for the innocent preborn babies that are being murdered each and every week. We would appreciate it. Since January, between January and June, there have been 404 possible abortions on West Washington Street. That's 404 less citizens that we have. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Lisa, sorry. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Thank you.
No one else has signed up. If anybody else wishes to speak, please step up to the microphone, give us your name and address. Okay. All right, acting city administrator comments? Anything,
comments.
Michelle?
Michelle? No?
Scott usually has like a whole list, right?
I know, but
Okay, all right, just checking.
he was in a hurry to get to the sun and the sand.
Yes, he was.
He left
Yes.
me with nothing.
Up early in the morning watching the sunrise. I saw
That's
that.
right,
Yes.
sure.
All right, Mayor and council comments. Councilmember McIntyre, we're going to start with you tonight.
Nothing this evening.
Councilmember Lewis,
None tonight, Mayor, thank you.
Austin,
Nothing.
Kristen.
I have nothing.
All right, we're going to adopt the minutes from June 4th, June 11th, and June 18th.
Mayor, hereby move for approval of minutes as presented from mayor and council meetings held on June 4, 11, and 18th, all of 2019.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move that all the consent agenda be approved as presented.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. No unfinished business. Next up is the introduction of an ordinance, execution of a deed of easement and maintenance agreement with the Housing Authority for public art installation.
Mr. Mayor, we move for the introduction of an ordinance authorizing the execution of a deed of easement and maintenance agreement between the City of Hagerstown and the Housing Authority of the City of Hagerstown, Maryland, for use of a portion of the Housing Authority property in connection with the installation and maintenance of a public art sculpture entitled Muller's Sacred Wind by David Gibney.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution for the approval of agreement for public art.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for the approval of a resolution authorizing an agreement for public art between the City of Hagerstown, the Washington County Arts Council, and David Gibney for a sculpture to be located north of the Sculpture Garden on the Cultural Trail. Funding for the project is $14,000, of which $7,000 represents donations secured from the artist, $5,000 from the Maryland State Art Grant to the Washington County Arts Council, and $2,000 from the City of Hagerstown.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of resolution, termination of a lease agreement with Somerset Fire Alarm and Security LLC for the property located at 14 North Potomac Street, Suite 200C, Hagerstown, Maryland.
Mr. Mayor, hereby move for the mayor and city council to approve the attached resolution authorizing a lease termination agreement with Somerset Fire and Alarm and Security for the property located 14 North Potomac Street, Suite 200C in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. To approve a memorandum of understanding between the City of Hagerstown and a religious effort to assist and care for the homeless, do business as REACH of Washington County.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for mayor and council approval of a memorandum of understanding between the City of Hagerstown and the religious effort to assist and care for the homeless doing business as REACH of Washington County. Whereas REACH operates a Bridge to Change program whose purpose is to develop human potential through purposeful work experience for the homeless. A copy of the memorandum is attached hereto for reference.
Second.
Discussion?
I have just something. I was given the privilege today to debrief with the homeless individuals. Actually went out to do a couple pilots. So they've been out 3 days. And in the 3 days, they've collected 1,500 gallons of trash in the City of Hagerstown. I cannot be more proud of what the city is doing to help these homeless individuals. When I was sitting there today, one of the gentlemen, there are 5 of them, and out of the 5, 4 have been chronically homeless. 4. And they're out there and they are working so hard, and when they came back and they debriefed, they were so proud of what they did. Not that they were counting their money or anything like that. It's just, I just want you guys to know what an impact we're all making, and the city, and Eric Dykey, and he sent an email saying, "Hey, good job," and the supervisor read it to the individuals, and they were just, "What?" The City of Hagerstown, an official from the city, said thank you. It's just a tremendous program. So I have to thank everyone that is involved in it, because we're going to do some really great things.
Good.
That's it.
Anybody else? Shelley, I want to thank you for spearheading this program along with REACH.
Thank you.
Hopefully we continue to see great things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you also, because I volunteer to save the babies, and I also take care of a homeless lady. She's usually like at the corner of West Franklin Street, Prospect. And today I saw a friend, she lives in Alexandria House, and she usually pushes her little cart up the hill there. And I saw her coming across in the lake, she was picking up trash. She said, "Come on across the road." And she said, she's healthy today, she's picking up trash. And she would come into the little Holly store at the square. And, well, that used to be a little part of me that, it really helped me, because I was raised for the Holly place for parents with low income. But after I left there, I had developed some health issues. But then now, I'm saving the babies. And also, now I get to help the homeless. But that really touched my heart today.
Thank you.
So
Good.
thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of resolution, addendum to purchase agreement for sale 64 East Franklin Street.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for mayor and city council to approve a resolution authorizing an addendum to the purchase agreement for sale of property located at 64 East Franklin Street. This CDBG homeownership property is currently under contract to be sold to Tamika Mitchell, and the addendum will extend the settlement deadline from August 1, 2019 to October 31st, 2019.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of resolution to extend the settlement date of 319 Summit Avenue.
Mr. Mayor, we move to approve a resolution to amend the agreement with Marcinda L. Lynn to purchase 319 Summit Avenue by extending the closing date until November 30, 2019. Extension is due to delays in the Maryland Program Open Space funding approval.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of resolution authorizing the designation of alley number 5-15 as Monarch Way.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move to authorize the designation of alley number 5-15 as Monarch Way. This alley is between May Street and Country Club Road. The alley is so named to raise awareness about the demise of the monarch butterflies, and the adjacent Monarch Way Station serves as a memorial garden to those who have suffered the loss of a baby through miscarriage, stillbirth, and sudden infant death.
Second.
Discussion.
Congratulations, Brianne. You're welcome.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of a user agreement with Cumberland Valley Model Yacht Club.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for the approval of the user agreement with Cumberland Valley Model Yacht Club effective September 1, 2019 through August 31, 2022 to allow for their model sailboat activities in the City Park Lake.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of an agreement management of inline rink at Fairgrounds Park.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for approval to accept a user agreement with the Hagerstown Ice Amateur Athletic Association regarding operation and use of the inline rink at Fairgrounds Park, effective July 1, 2019 through June 30, 2024.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of, we're taking the amendment to the power service agreement between the city and First Energy Solutions Corporation off the agenda. So next we'll move to the approval of revised application and guidelines for the Historic City Farmers Market.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move that mayor and council approve the revised application and guidelines for the Historic City Farmers Market dated 7/30/19. Staff may make administrative edits from time to time with the approval of the city administrator.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of noise ordinance exemption, Crumpy's Donut Drop.
Mr. Mayor, we move that the mayor and council approve an exemption from the city of Hagerstown's noise ordinance under section 155-5 of the code of the city of Hagerstown for the Maryland Theater Crumpy's Donut Drop on December 31st, 2019.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Acceptance of vehicle donation from the Washington County Special Response Team.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move for mayor and council approval to accept the donation of a vehicle from the Washington County Special Response Team. The vehicle is a 2006 Chevrolet C4500 and will be used by the Western Maryland Regional Crime Lab to respond to and process crime scenes.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Policy for Chapter 64 Building Construction Standards Permit Exemptions.
Mr. Mayor, I hereby move that the mayor and city council approve the attached Chapter 64 Building Construction Standards Permit Exemptions Policy. This policy will guide staff as they inspect properties and provide permit services for customers. This policy shall take effect on August 1st, 2019, and shall remain in effect until the enforcement date of the pending ordinance updates for Chapter 64 of January 1st, 2020.
Second.
Discussion.
Mr. Mayor, after having some discussion before the meeting with some other council members, I move that we table this for further discussion.
We got a motion to table. Got a second?
Second.
Any discussion on the motion to table in the second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So we'll table it for further discussion. All right, that's it. Thank you very much. We're adjourned.
I should have bet on that.